What's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Out driving to a job site, wasn't able to walk this morning, had to really get up and get at it, and just do the normal things as a construction owner. But I wanted to jump on here because one, I wanted to talk about how ideas flow, or are things that you would like to do flow in spaces that you can't, while you're in spaces that you can't act upon them, and then also want to talk about a major subject, prioritizing things that's a priority for you, right? Putting items as a priority that's for you, but not a priority for anyone else, right? Because you place those things as a priority, whether that's putting them into a certain order, right? Below those priorities or above them, dealing with others' reaction to that. I deal with that a lot within what I do. But I'm gonna jump to that next. But briefly, having those ideas. Have you guys ever had this ever in a space where creative ideas come to you, whether it's things you can implement within your business, things that you can change around the office, or things you can change with equipment, just small little things, right? That is a good idea. But and it may just be with me. For me, it's video ideas, classes ideas too, as well. Outside of things for the construction company, it's also things that I do within my school, right? I get ideas, and I, more often than not, I find myself, when I'm being creative, I find myself in a place where I can't act upon those things, right? So, and I want to say this because I usually, before I utilize this tool, which is my phone, I used to, these ideas or these creative moments would just fly by. And then when I'm in a space to act upon that creativity or those ideas that popped up, I don't recall. I don't remember them. I don't know. I can't for the life of me remember what was that idea? What was that creative moment? What did I want to add to the company? How did I want to do that video? Like, and I find myself stuck. So listen, do not let those times pass by. Utilize your phone. Your phone has, I use notes on my phone all the time. Matter of fact, I have a note phone. I love this phone. The reason why I got this phone is because the ability that the ability that it gives me to do the multiple tasks or things for my business on my phone. This is why I got the Note 10. Like, it's incredible. I can do Excel. I can use my estimating system. I can do all my documents, like as far as I can even do my waivers. I don't have to go back to my desk. I can do my waivers on my phone. And maybe you can do it on the regular phone too. I just find it of ease using it on this Note 10 than I did on any other phone. And I always want a phone that I can, use these documents pretty freely. But use your notes, okay? Whether if you got to voice it into your phone, record those creative moments, even if you're in places that you can't act upon them. Record them, get them down. Another thing I do when I get excited about different things that may come on and I can't act on it, I would also, if it's like really, like I'm like, oh yeah, I need to remember this, I would set an alarm just in my alarm as alarm clock. I will set an alarm. I know I'm going to be at the office or this job at this time. I'll set the alarm for that time to go off, and I'll put in that alarm title, I'll put a note in there to help me remember to go back to notes to revisit that creative idea, or to revisit that subject. Sometimes it's just conversations that you want to talk about, topics that you make sure you want to cover with your partner, with your customer, with your client, or with your employees, right? It's just different things. Don't let them pass by. Utilize the tools you have, whether you get into your phone. I'm not a big fan of, I used to be writing notes in notepads, but when I stopped doing estimates on notepads, I got rid of the notepad altogether, and now I use technology. Okay? Stop writing on notepads. Get rid of that stuff. Get that stuff in your phone so it's a place that it can stay and be in black and white. And you can always revisit it and add to it. Okay? Or edit it, right? You can edit it, add to it or subtract from it. So you utilize those things. All right, next is having priorities that others around you, others that significant others that do not agree with them, right? Now I have instances where I didn't slurp on that one. That was good. Okay, so I have instances to where I will, because I have kids, I have a wife, all that. I have instances to where I will remember or put at the top to do things for my business, and it could be something little. It could be something that may not need to happen, that someone feels that may not need to happen at that time, but I will do it at that time and step over something that's going on with the family to do that task. And it be my wife. Sometimes even my kids feel that, oh, why do you have to do that right now, right? Or why can't you do that later, And I get backlashes on that a lot. Or even remembering things, right? Like I could remember, a job I did probably a year ago and remember how much I made on that job, right? Or how much that job was a disaster. But I can't remember, let me see, what can I relate to that? An employee birthday, right? A top employee birthday, even though we can plug birthdays into QuickBooks, and QuickBooks will send you a reminder. I may get that reminder, and then like right now on the road, and then an hour from now I'll forget it, like boom. And then when people are involved and they are a part of that, reminder or hey, part of that thought process where you need to remember them, and that holds weight with them, right? That's significant to them. It affects them. It affects them in a major way. Not saying happy birthday to a top employee if you and that top employee have a good relationship. It may affect that person. And some it don't, right? But remembering those things that people feel, that you feel is not a priority at that time or at that date, but someone else may feel that it's a priority, right? I deal with that a lot. I'm trying to recall a really good instance where something got placed as a priority, and then maybe my partner or maybe our admin girl feel that it wasn't a priority. My priority should not have been a priority, but nonetheless, I still treated my priority as the top priority, and then dealt with everything rolling down. But what I usually do is this, okay? I can say all day long that I don't give a bleep about anyone else around me, right? I don't care what they think. I don't care what they do. But I do to a certain extent. And then to a certain extent, I don't, right? It's both. I do and I don't. And it doesn't matter if I know you or don't know you. It can go either way, okay? It doesn't matter. But what I usually do to help out with that is, especially if I know it's going to be an issue, is setting a reminder. Just taking a moment, and it usually takes me about less than a minute. It takes me 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds to set a reminder. So, because I know what that means to that person. Now, sometimes I don't set a reminder. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I deal with the funk, bring the funk. I'm ready for the funk. I am the funk. Whatever it is, I may be in that that sort of move. But I feel that's okay too, right? I mean, it's what I deal with, and I'm not excusing my attitude or my or the way my personality is. I'm just saying sometimes it's granted for what I'm going through, and if you can't really read the signs and understand, there may be something that he's going through right now, that's back away. So I don't take something personal that needs not to be taken personal. Then, you're going to have to eat what's on your plate, if you know what I mean. But having things as a priority is key for me. That helps keep me in line. There's times I won't even answer my phone because I have priorities, right? There's times I won't even, I won't even go anywhere, whether it's a family outing, whether it's a function at the office, whether it's, a job site. If I have priorities, I make arrangements to where those priorities are at the top of the list. Okay, and I try to those other things that may seem like employees to the significant others. I try to either set reminders to remind them or set reminders to remind myself. Right? What if I remind them that, hey, I'm doing this, or hey, this is going on, or hey, we need to step in this direction and not that direction. Let's discuss later. Whatever it is, it's just dealing with your priorities and then what everyone else feels may be your priority as well, or our priority as well, because we are a team. And that's what I do. I usually do that, and I roll with it just fine, as long as I can catch it early enough. Because there's times where, my priorities are set for the day before, and then the day of, in the morning, things will change, right? Things will change, and most times those changes are at the sacrifice of someone or of something, and dealing with that, or knowing how to deal with that. Dealing with it properly is catching it ahead, knowing that that's going to happen, right? Knowing that, hey, it's a chance that's going to happen, and then acting on it as soon as you're aware of it. Not allowing those little bitty things those little triggers, those little trigger reminders, or those little trigger clues that things are going to change, to not send those out, to not act upon them, and then next thing you know, it gets big, and then you get a phone call and everything is going to down. Okay? So set your priorities, learn how to set reminders for other priorities that's not at the top of your list, that you can remember still, right? May not be at the top of the list, but you can still remember them by setting alarms in your phone, or calendar alarms as well. I like the alarms in the phone because they are of the day. It's for today. It's not for tomorrow. It's not for next week. It's not for 2 days from now. It's for today. So, in my phone, I probably got 12 alarms right now that'll go off at different times, and I look at the notes on there, and they will remind me of what I need to do at this point in day. It'll remind me what I need to say at this point in day to whatever individual I should be around during that time. So remember that. Priorities are key. But having a tool in place that helps you remember others' priorities, or other priorities that fall below your priority, is key as well. So continue on with this complicated life. And I'm gonna let you guys go with that, my construction entrepreneurs. Hopefully you gained something from that. Looks like today it's still foggy out here. It's still early though, but hopefully today doesn't be a hot one. But hey, hustle hard. Oh shucks, I forgot to tell you. Listen, there's a live online live estimating class that I will be launching real soon. a live online class into as an introductory into construction estimating. I'm going to host it. Excuse me. I'm going to bring on also a guest from a top construction company here in California that's going to come on as a guest and speak about some things on the estimating side. This introductory class will be free, okay? And we will be using the estimating system within this class. That way you can see how it works, how it functions a little bit, nothing too crazy. And see that it's right for the construction industry and the construction entrepreneur. This is incredible. But I will be launching this real soon, so look out for that. Okay, look out for that. It will be live on Zoom, and I'll be spitting some fire on there. I'll be spitting some fire, teaching you about introductory into construction estimating. Basically, what you need to know before you start inputting into the bid. Everything that you need to know. And that's what helps you be confident within your bid, okay? And this is for subcontractors, right? This is for subcontractors, not, now understand the difference. This is for subcontractors, not for contractors that bid as a GC that hire subcontractors, okay? Those are two different type bidding platforms. When you're bidding as a general contractor, you're getting sub bids, right? That falls into different categories. But when you're bidding as a subcontractor, and mind you, the general side, when you're bidding as a general or prime contractor, you're not bidding a lot of employees into doing the work. The subs are doing the work. But as a sub, our employees are doing the work. So I'm approaching intro into estimating this class from a viewpoint as a subcontractor, okay? Which I do a lot of work of. Soon we'll do one as a prime and a general contractor at a later date. Right now my focus are on the subcontractors, those little guys, as guys that's out there that's really fueling the economy, right? We really provide all the jobs to small businesses, not just construction. Construction industry plays a big part in the whole world of doing business, okay? But a small business is the fuel, is the blood, so that's my focus. So it's coming from that angle. I'm gonna let you go because I'm running over on this, but make sure you look out for that. I'll be sending out a link for people to just sign up. It'll be free, so come and get some of this free fire so you can use it within your business and elevate that bad boy. All right, my construction entrepreneurs, hustle hard, then hustle harder. Catch you on the next one.